Just keep swimming. There's a story behind that. This is your daily message from Chad number 887 to upgrade your mental game today by telling yourself a better story. Because the most important story you hear is the story you tell yourself. And this message is dedicated to Lynne Cox. Here's the upgrade. When you don't think you can go on, draw on what you've done before. Here's the story. Quote, this frigid and ominous sea is behaving like an enormous vampire, slowly sucking the warmth, the life from my body. And I think, oh my God, pick up your pace, swim faster, faster. You've got to go as fast as you can. You've got to create more heat or you'll die. I try to lift my arms over more rapidly. They're so sore and sluggish. I am tired. I've been sprinting, swimming as fast as I can go for more than an hour, but I sense that I'm fading, becoming less of myself. Is my blood sugar dropping? Is that why I feel so strange? Or is my body temperature plunging? Am I hypothermic? Systematically, I check my body. My lips feel pickled. My throat is parched and raw from the briny water. I want to stop and drink some fresh water and catch my breath, but the water is too cold to allow me to pause even for a moment. If I do, more heat will be drained from my body, heat that I will never regain, end quote. That is from the introduction to Swimming to Antarctica. It's an autobiography of Lynne Cox, the greatest open water swimmer of all time. Here she is recounting her August 7th, 1987 swim between the U.S. and Russia, the Soviet Union at the time. It was a symbolic swim between the two countries during the Cold War to demonstrate how geographically close, only 2.7 miles, the two were, while politically distant. In 38-degree water, Lynne swam for over 2 hours. She had to coach herself when she didn't think that she could physically make it. She thought of a friend who had had a heart attack during a recent open water swim. Comparing her situation, she was swimming in water 20 degrees colder than he was. She started talking to herself. Quote, yes, I will. I can do this. I've broken the world records for the English Channel. I've swum across the frigid waters of the Straits of Magellan, and I've done swims in icy water where no one else survived. I can do it, end quote. And she did. She was celebrated by President Ronald Reagan and Soviet President Mikhail Gorbachev. 2 years later, the Berlin Wall fell. 2 years after that, the Soviet Union fell. When Lynne was 15 years old, she broke the men's and women's world record for the fastest swim across the English Channel. She swam in the Arctic Ocean. She had done things that most people can only imagine. She is one of the most under-celebrated athletes and is one of the greatest open water swimmers ever. As a person is in these conditions, you can't hear any other thought than your own. Mental toughness and self-talk is your most important training. The better story to tell yourself is, I've done this before. This is why doing hard things is so important. You can draw from past difficulty to get you through your current circumstances. David Goggins has a cookie jar where he's written accomplishments on slips of paper so he can snack, so to speak, on them. I've written on the display of my treadmill the phrase, you've done this so many times before. It's a reminder, I can do it now. I can do it again. Do you have a list of the difficulties you've made it through? Draw strength from past accomplishments. You've done it before, you can do it again. Tell me a story of reminders of past accomplishments to get through difficulty to fromchadsmith@gmail.com. Send a text to someone and ask them, what is the hardest thing you've ever had to talk yourself through? And if you haven't followed or subscribed yet, please do. You can download my book, The Most Powerful Story in the World, by going to fromchad.gumroad.com. The transcript of this message and hundreds of others are always available at www.fromchad.com.